Hola a todos, bienvenidos a KC Videos Comprensibles, donde tú puedes practicar tu comprensión de forma sencilla. Yo soy Kenny y mi meta es crear videos suficientemente fáciles para estudiantes, pero también interesantes para adultos, para que puedas disfrutar de su aprendizaje. Gracias a todos por ver este video y ¡vamos! Alright guys, today I want to talk to you about my job. I am a sound engineer, which means I run sound for bands. I do events like weddings, corporate parties, party in the park type things, small community festivals, and I own a few sound systems. I work with bands, doing shows basically every Friday and Saturday throughout the busy season. Right now it's winter. It's pretty slow this time of year, so work slows down quite a bit. I've been a musician since I was very young. Even as a kid, I did a little bit of work with this type of equipment. I had a 4-track recorder and was writing songs and playing the guitar and playing the drums and singing when I was about 10 years old. I started drums when I was 6, but by the time I was 10 years old, I was playing other instruments and writing music and recording it. And some of the equipment is similar, so that kind of started getting me into using the equipment that I use for my job nowadays. And when I was a little older, maybe 15 or 16 years old, I moved up to using an 8-track, old style 8-track reel-to-reel recorder and a mixing board, and was building my own speaker boxes and things like that very young. But then it turned into a profession when I started getting calls to work at a bar, a local bar that had bands play all the time. They had bands, I think, 5 nights a week back then. And one of my roommates, who was also a bandmate of mine, worked there. And other sound engineers that worked there would just not show up for work. So they would call me, even though I didn't have a whole lot of experience professionally. I had quite a bit of experience personally. I had a recording studio in the basement. But that was really where I first started my professional journey into running sound, and I worked non-stop for a long time. I was probably working 5 nights, 6 nights a week running sound for bands there. And they would have sometimes 3 bands a night. So I gained a lot of experience that way. And then I got an opportunity to work with a wedding band. By that point, I was working at a couple of bars mainly, but basically kind of worked at every place in the city that had music at the time. I got this opportunity to work with the wedding band and didn't really have enough equipment to do it. And I knew that I wanted to get these gigs all the time. So what I did was I spent all of the money that they were going to pay me for the gig before the gig, buying as much gear as I possibly could, so that I would have the gear for the gig, because I wanted to make sure that I would get more gigs in the future. And that started my streak of buying gear and expanding my business. And I fairly quickly moved up through the ranks of sound engineers in the city, eventually getting to a point where I now have multiple sound systems, and often on Fridays and Saturdays I will have 2, sometimes even 3 sound systems out, and we'll hire another sound engineer to run one of my systems while I run the other system. And I even have a stage that I rent out sometimes as well. And that's basically it. I do a couple of other things for work, but that's my main source of income right now, and that is my job. I am a sound engineer. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Ok, gracias de nuevo por ver este video. No olviden darle like y suscribirse. Háganos un favor y califiquen la dificultad de este video en los comentarios. Super principiante, principiante, intermedio o avanzado, para que podamos incluirlo en la lista correcta. Recuerden, solo necesitan mejorar un poco cada día para alcanzar sus metas. Gracias a todos. Hasta la próxima. Chao.